Sesame Place is facing another lawsuit for alleged racial discrimination.
The family of a young black girl has filed a $25 million lawsuit against the theme park, saying their child was repeatedly ignored during a meet and greet parade. The allegation of racism came to light after this video taken on Father's Day went viral. It shows a black girl identified in the lawsuit as KB reaching out for high fives from a number of characters. Each time the characters appeared to high five someone near her, but never her. The complaint alleges employees dressed as Elmo, Ernie, Telly Monster, and Abby Cadabby all interacted with white children while ignoring KB and other black children in the crowd.
Bill Murphy and Malcolm Ruff join us now. Billy is a senior partner at Murphy, Falcon, and Murphy Malcolm is an attorney at the firm. The other lawyers representing the family of the girl in the video we just showed you. Thank you both for joining us. It is tough to watch that video. How did you come to represent this family, and why file a class action lawsuit for $25 million?
Well, we got contacted by the family. We looked very carefully at the case. We believed that there was something there, a pattern. We were right because since we filed the suit, we have been contacted by many, many, many people, almost 50 people who have been similarly treated. And we are going to represent them all because it is the pattern that is the key to understanding how bad this case is. If this was a single episode, that would be one thing. But it seems that so many black parents have experienced the identical treatment that you first heard about when that first press conference took place a few days ago. And so the response has been overwhelming, and we want to do something about it. We want to make sure that other companies don't do this, and we're sure that as we speak right now, they are demanding from their lower echelon leadership that this not happen to them. Because this is a serious, serious case. It's one thing to discriminate against adults who have the capacity to fight back. It's another thing to discriminate against children who don't. And so that's what makes this case so outrageous and so important.
So Sesame Place has maintained that they're committed to doing a better job of making children and families feel seen and included. There are folks on the other side of this that are saying, you know, this seems to be taking things a little more seriously, or this is frivolous. What do you say to those allegations?
But what we would say is, look at the law. We have filed a class action lawsuit under the civil rights laws that come out of 1866. And those laws were established so that black folk coming out of slavery could finally be considered full citizens. And we find that today, even in 2022, our country doesn't have a full understanding of what it means to be a full-fledged citizen. It means that when you contract with someone, especially a large corporation like Sesame Place owned by SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment, you have the right to the same exact experience that a white family would receive. The law specifically says that this law is for minority citizens of this country to ensure that they have the full rights that any white citizen would have. And so this is not frivolous. It is very clear that the families in this case did not get what they contracted. They did not get what they had agreed to, had been promised, which was to be able to engage with these character actors. And it's very clear based on the interactions that those character actors had with other white children that it was intentional. And they meant to disregard these young black children, and it's unacceptable.
It wasn't just them walking away. It was them like waving them off. It was like, you know, you're not. That was the key, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, video evidence speaks for itself. These recent incidents at Sesame Place have unfortunately thrust children into the center of race relations in this country. How do you think that changes this discussion?
Well, I think there is a visceral reaction when there's racism directed at children, because children are essentially helpless to fight it. And that is what is enraging much of the country about what is going on. Now, it's difficult to understand why racism of this kind of systematic nature is still pervasive, but it is, and that's because in this country there are an alarming number of whites, certainly not all whites, who are racist, and they permeate corporate America because there was no litmus test that you couldn't be a racist to participate in corporate America. And so if the country at large has a significant racist element, white corporations have a significant racist element mirroring the population. And so we expected to find what we have found. And it is overwhelmingly systematic in these cases. And in the future, in the near future, you may see some even worse stuff. We're going through that right now as we speak to vet it, to make sure it's really as bad as it looks.
Numerous other videos.
Numerous other videos. And so soon you will see groups of Black people on television complaining about the same thing, large groups.
What we've seen, this on video, we've seen it with, police mishaps. Unquestionably, we know that this situation exists. The question is, what are we going to do about it as a nation? Because we continuously see it happening over and over again. And I guess the question is, this is up to you. So Billy Murphy and Malcolm Ruff, I guess, we'll see what you're able to accomplish in the near future. Thanks for joining us.
And thank you for covering this. It's a very important story.
Thank you very much.